Let me tell you what happens when the underdog stops waiting on karma. Well, he picks up a pen, writes his enslaver's full name in a published book. In 1818, Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey was born enslaved in Talbot County, Maryland. He never knew his exact birthday. That was the first thing they stole from him. He was separated from his mother as an infant, sent to work for the Auld family in Baltimore. Sophia had been teaching Frederick to read. Hugh Auld found out and shut it down immediately. He told Sophia, and Frederick heard every word. If you teach a slave to read, he'll be unfit to be a slave, so Frederick taught himself in secret. He bribed white street children with bread to teach him letters. He practiced in hidden corners. In 1833, he was sent back to Thomas Auld in rural Maryland, cold, petty, cruel Thomas Auld, who deliberately starved the people he enslaved to keep them. Frederick spent 6 months with Covey. Then one morning, Covey came at him again, and Frederick fought back. For 2 hours straight, he held his ground. In September 1838, Frederick escaped north. He borrowed a free black sailor's identity papers, boarded a train in Baltimore, and reached New York City in under 24 hours. He settled in New Bedford, Massachusetts, changed his name to Frederick Douglass, began speaking at abolitionist meetings. His voice stopped rooms. Listen closely. This one gets ugly before it gets even. Follow dark ink thrills for real stories where the wronged one gets the last word. He published his autobiography, and inside it he named them, not a slaveholder, not my master. He wrote Thomas Auld, he wrote Hugh Auld. Full names, specific dates. He knew exactly what he was doing, forced them into history as his enslavers while he became one of the most powerful voices in America. The book sold 5,000 copies in 4 months. It was reprinted 9 times in its first year. It was translated into French and Dutch. Thomas Auld, the man who had owned Frederick Douglass, who had starved him, who had sent him to a slave breaker, spent the rest of his life watching Douglass become untouchable. Frederick Douglass was born property. He died a statesman, an author, a diplomat, and the most photographed American of the 19th century.